What's up, guys? In this video we're gonna have a small discussion about the top 5 champions that I think needs to be updated or upgraded or changed in some way during the 2017. So let's take a look and see which, in my opinion, are the the champions that needs an update most. And we cannot start this list with somebody else rather than SpiderMan, guys. Um, let's just go to her info. Basically, she's got nothing going on for her. Like, yeah, she's got that evade after special one, but again, if you need that, you've got much better options like Spider-Man or Miles Morales, or even the symbiote Spider-Man because he hits so hard, and she doesn't even do damage on her special one, guys. So she I don't think she's got any use in the game. Like there is no fight that I'm like, okay, this fight I need to go with Spider Gwen, um, and she's gonna help me to win. Like there's no such thing like that. And as you can see, she's not even up to rank 3, and we want all our 4 stars to rank 3 level 30 of 30 at least. But I don't have the tier 3 basic at least. Otherwise, she would be there, yeah. But yeah, guys, Spider-Gwen, nothing going on for her, nothing really helpful. And I think a good champion should have at least some use in the game. Like if you go with, for example, Luke Cage, which is one of the worst champions in the game. But at least if you max him out, like dupe him, you can argue that he can be very good Alliance War defender because of that physical resistance. So you can find some sort of use for him. Like he can do something eventually. But I don't think anybody's got any use of her. So that's why she's on this list. And by the way, these are in no specific order or whatsoever. But yeah, she's up to my top 5 that needs to be updated during next year. And then the second one on this list is probably the second worst champion in the game, which is Iron Patriot. And of course, with my luck, I've got him 5 stars, guys. Um, but Iron Patriot, he's like they try to combine Iron Man but change a little bit something so he's not the same. So they did this arc overload at the end. But when you do that, he cannot armor up anymore, he cannot stun, he cannot do anything. Like it's so ridiculous. He takes so much damage. And if you need that burst of life at the end, you can use Iron Man. You can use like even better superior Iron Man. You can use Ultron, which does it twice. And this guy he needs to be duped to be able to do that. But as well, like if you go with Ultron, he doesn't even need to be duped, and he regenerates twice. So there are much better options. So I've never seen a fight where I'm like, okay, let's go with superior with Iron Patriot instead. And of course, I've got him 4 star as well, and I've got him duped, and I don't plan bringing him to rank 4 in like any time. He's pretty much like when I see him, because like Iron Man and Superior Iron Man sometimes are tricky in runs for defense because of that regeneration. But when you see Iron Patriot there, it's not danger. It's not like it's one of the easiest fights in the lance war. So yeah, guys, Iron Patriot definitely needs to do to they definitely need to change something there to make him a little bit more useful in the game. And up next is one of my biggest pains in the game because I have put this champion 4 times. I've got him once and it's 3 times duped. And this is Old Man Logan, guys. This is Old Man Logan. So he's like I love Wolverine. Like Wolverine was one of my favorite characters when I was growing up. Um, I love Wolverine, but this version is so bad. So he regenerates. I think it's like with the masteries and everything, it's like 10 health twice per second, which is nothing. Like compare him to the original version of Wolverine or Wolverine X-23. They both regenerate much better than him. And then he's got this like bleed and pacifism and stuff like that. But they are not that great either. Like his bleed is not that often as is not as often as Wolverine's bleed, and even like X-23. So they basically try to combine the two characters, like a little bit of regeneration and a little bit more damage. but he doesn't do either of those properly. So I haven't seen a fight where I was like, okay, let's go with old Man Logan. Like, just no way for that. And because I really love Wolverine, and I really wish this character to be better, to be like on par with Wolverine and with X-23, because I think they both have very good uses in the game. But hopefully, I've got this hope, guys, that this is gonna change soon. This is gonna change really soon because March the 3rd, I believe, is the release date of the movie Logan. And maybe around that time they will be like, okay, let's see the movie, let's see what they did there. Maybe they will change something to be more true to the movie, or they'll get inspired by the movie and make the champion a little bit better. We don't know, but we have seen big makeovers like what they did with Magic, which was at the time one of the worst champions. Now she's one of the most amazing Mystic champions in the game. So hopefully around the time of the movie they will be like, okay, let's change this character a little bit. Everybody hates it, and then I'll be like, yes, I've got him like 3 times duped. Hopefully it's gonna be just 3 times by that time. But yeah, guys, it's the third one on the list is Old Man Logan, just because of those reasons. And what's next? What's next is the next one is another champion that I've got, and of course, for some reason I've got all the worst champions in the game, guys. Winter Soldier is next. Winter Soldier. So basically, he's like Punisher, and Punisher is arguably like one of the worst champions. But at least he's not. You cannot get him from Premium Hero or 4-star Crystal. He's just with those Arena Crystals. So it's not that bad. But Winter Soldier is basically Punisher, but he's got Power Drain if he's awakened. And the Power Drain is not reliable. He doesn't drain much power. So if you need Power Drain, you can go with somebody like Magic or Vision or something like that. So again, no specific use in the game. You cannot use him for anything in particular. Like there's no fight where you can go like, oh, let's use Winter Soldier here. He's got bleed as well on his first special, but that bleed is nothing special. It's not a huge bleed. It's not like a Morris bleed or something. Um, so yeah, guys, Winter Soldier, one of the weakest champions in the game. He's like basically Punisher. Um, so yeah, that would take one of the places in my top five. Just for those reasons, of course. And yeah, I think I'm not quite sure if he's worse than Punisher. I don't think he's worse than Punisher. But he is pretty much on the same level as him. And the last place, the last fifth place on my list, is a champion that lots of people will argue with me that he should be on this list. I mean, there's definitely much worse champions than him, but I've got my reasons why I'm like, okay, this champion needs upgrade. And this champion is Vision. Vision, I've got the Age of Ultron Vision, and he's got lots of things going on for him. First, he's poison immune, then he's bleed immune, which is amazing. Like poison and bleed champions are so often in the game nowadays, and you also have like in Alliance quest and Alliance War these bleed pads. So he's very good for there. He also has heal block when he brings the power down to zero. He's also got power burn and power steal. So he's got some pretty decent uses in the game, guys. Like anytime you go against or nothing note or something like that, he can be very helpful. So he's got his uses in the game, but why I think he needs an update. This is just because, like in the comics, like in the Marvel universe, Vision is one of the most powerful characters in the whole universe. Like he's up there, like Scarlet Witch. They're pretty much like one of the strongest characters. And in the game, Scarlet Witch is the best champion. She's like God in the game. But Vision is kind of in the middle. He's not a God tier champion. He's not even like one of the best tech champions, or like I don't know. Like we've got Star Lord there. Um, we've got other champions. We've got Ultron. So Vision is not even the best tech champions. We're not speaking like the best in the game, and he should be up there with Scarlet Witch, like to be really true to the source material. And even in the movies, Vision is one of the most powerful champions. So just because of that reason, like just because I think Vision needs to be more powerful, because everywhere, like in the movies, in the comic books, he's one of the most powerful guys, but in the game, he's just in the middle. Um, so this is why I think they need to take a look at this champion and give him the place which he deserves from the source material. But yeah, of course there are some more champions. Like we've got a lot of bad champions here. We've got Kamala Khan. We've got like Black Panther. I don't really like. We've got that Luke Cage. We've got Abomination. They all deserve to be on this list. They're some of the worst champions. But I think that these are the top five, in my opinion, that most need update. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments what you think. I would appreciate like just drop your top five list if you want. Like place them in, like number them from 1 to 5. Mine again were not in any specific order. But yeah, I would be very interested. Like let me know if I have missed some of the worst champions and I have not uh, talked about them. I think I pretty much covered. Like I checked before this video like all the champions that have been released, and I tried to look at them. You've got guys like Loki, Gambit, which are not great, but again, these are my top five, and I'll be very curious to hear which are yours. But anyway, guys, this is gonna be it from me, and see you next time.